Hey everyone, my name's Lauren, and today for class we are outside. It's beautiful today. It's supposed to be about 80, and it's such a change in Boston from being 60 degrees, so why not be outside and enjoy the breeze and the sunshine? So I hope you're outside as well and enjoying your day. And so to get started, we will warm up the 6 movements of the spine, then warm-ups, and a nice flow. So wherever you are, find a nice comfortable seat. Begin to close your eyes and just really come into your body today. Just notice how it may be feeling. Breathe in. Bring your shoulders up to your ears and release them down. One more time, bring them up to your ears and roll them back and down. And bring your awareness to any thoughts that may be running through your mind. Worrying about the day ahead or thinking about the days that had passed. And coming into the moment. So feeling the breeze, noticing the breeze or any sounds that may be around you. Notice the sounds nearby. And notice the sounds that may be further away. And then bringing your awareness to your breath. It may be shallow this morning. And just notice it for now. And then bring your hand to your belly. And begin to focus that breath to that spot where your hand is on your belly. And inhale deeply here. Expanding the belly like a balloon. And then exhaling it all out. Inhaling into the belly. And then exhaling everything out. Feeling the belly deflate. Squeezing every last little bit of air out. Pausing for a moment. And then inhaling deeply here. Full inhale in and exhaling out. Continuing with this breath at your own pace and just feeling the feelings around you, maybe the breeze, the sunshine on your back or your face. And for today's practice, I want you to think about nature and all the things you can learn from nature. In yoga, a lot of the poses are actually named after nature. So mountain pose, tree, pigeon, downward facing dog, and eagle are just a few. And thinking about how we can learn from those poses. To be steady, to be strong, just like nature. Bringing it back to the breath, deep inhale into the belly, feeling the breath move up into your ribs, all the way up into your collarbone, sip in a little bit more air. And then let it all out, feeling your body move into the earth just a little bit deeper. Last breath here. And on your last exhale, begin to slowly open your eyes. Bring those shoulders up to the sky once more and roll them back and down. Followed by your gaze. So bring your gaze up to the sky, up to the trees, and exhale your gaze down to the earth. Inhale your gaze up, and exhale your gaze down. Inhale back to center, and exhale those shoulders down. Inhale your gaze to your left, and exhale, bring your gaze down to the ground. Breathe deep here, and exhale it out. Inhale your right arm out to the side, reaching through those fingertips, stretching. And exhaling your arm down to the ground, feeling a little stretch in that right side of the neck. Deep breath here. And exhale out. You can bring your hand back down to your side. Inhale your gaze up. And exhale back to center. Bring it to the other side. Inhale your gaze to the right. And exhale, gaze down to the ground. Deep breath here. Inhale your left arm out to the side, reaching through those fingertips. And exhale that arm down towards the ground, feeling a little bit more stretch in that neck. Breathe deep here. And exhaling. Bring your hand to your side. Inhale your head up. And exhaling back to center. Rolling those shoulders back once more. This time, inhale your arms forward, reaching forward, making a big circle open towards the side. Should feel really nice if it's in the morning. Inhaling up. And exhaling your arms back. Inhale forward. Exhale back. Last one here. Inhaling forward. Exhaling back. Reversing directions. Inhale back. Exhale forward. Inhale towards the back. Exhale forward. Inhale, reach back. And exhale forward. Last one, inhaling and exhaling. Bring your hands at your sides. Begin to rock back and forth, kind of like the breeze or the trees. And then just slowly begin to reach your arms side to side. Inhaling up and exhaling over. Warming up that spine, inhaling into the breeze. And exhaling over. Inhaling up, exhaling over. Inhale up to the center, and then begin to twist over towards the left. Bring your right hand to your left knee. Inhale up to center. Exhale, twisting over towards the right. Truck going by. Keep moving with your breath. Life is full of distractions. Exhale over. The trick is not to get too distracted by the distractions, if that makes any sense, but it's true. Inhale up. Each side. Exhaling. Last one, inhale and exhale over. Inhale those arms back up to center, and then just bring them back down to your sides. Begin to roll over and meet me in tabletop. So hands right underneath your wrists and knees right underneath your hips. Inhale your gaze forward, arching the back, shoulder blades come together. And exhale, push that ground away, rounding the spine into cat. Inhale, gaze forward into cow. See, nature. Cow, cat. And exhaling round, bring your gaze to your belly. Inhale forward. And exhale round. Last one, inhaling. And exhaling. Bring it back to neutral. Shake it side to side just for a moment. And then inhale your right leg up in between your hands. Ankle right in line with that knee. Gaze forward, shoulder blades come together behind you, coming up on your fingertips. And as you exhale, begin to straighten that front leg, lifting the front toes. Inhale, walking the hands forward, shoulder blades together. And exhale, straighten that leg, lifting the toes. A couple more here, inhaling. And exhaling round. Last one, inhale. And exhale, fold. On your next inhale, lean forward, reach those arms up to the sky. And exhale, fold, straighten those legs, bring your hands down at your sides. Inhale forward into kneeling warrior. And exhale, folding, lifting the toes. Really stretching out the hamstrings for today. Inhale forward. Hi, bird. And exhaling, fold. Last one, inhaling. And exhale. Leaning forward once more. Bring your hands to the mat. Leave your left arm planted on the ground and then twist open towards the right, reaching that right hand up to the sky. Inhaling, reaching, and exhale. Bring that hand back down to the ground. Step the right foot back to meet the left. Inhale your left leg forward. Bringing that knee right in line with the ankle. And up on your fingertips, bring the shoulder blades together. Inhaling, gaze forward. And exhale, straighten that front leg. Walk the hands back, lifting the front toes. Inhale forward. And exhale, round. Inhale forward. And exhale, round. Inhale forward. And exhale, round. Last one, inhaling forward, shoulder blades together. And exhale, round, fold, small bend in that knee. On your next inhale, lean forward. This time sweep those arms up to the sky into kneeling warrior. And on the exhale, straighten that front leg and bring the fingertips to the ground. Inhale your arms forward. And exhale, fold. Couple more here, moving with your breath. Inhaling, reaching up. And exhale, fold. Last one. And exhale, fold. Walk your hands forward, bringing your right hand to the ground, twisting open towards the left, reaching your left arm to the sky. Breathing deep here. And exhale, bring that hand back down to the ground. Step your foot back to meet the right. Bring your knees nice and wide. You can just sit back into child's pose. Big toes together. Reaching your arms forward. Head can come to the mat. Breathing deep here. And inhale, move back up into tabletop. Begin to crawl up towards your hands and come to sit back down on your bum. Bring your feet really wide here, about as wide as your mat. Hands can come behind you, fingertips faced away. Hugging those shoulder blades together behind you, reaching through the crown of the spine. Inhale and exhale. Inhale, lengthen through the crown of the head. And on the exhale, let your knees just fall over towards the right. Left hip can come up off the mat. Inhale up to center, and exhale, let your knees fall over towards the left. Inhale, center. Exhale, right. Moving with the breath on the inhale and the exhale. Just warming up those hips. Inhale, center. Exhale, left. Inhale, center. Exhale, right. Coming back up into center. On your exhale towards the left, reach your right arm forward, twisting open towards the back of your mat. And on the exhale, come back center, inhaling to lengthen, and exhaling towards the right, twisting around, reaching your left arm towards the back. Exhaling back. Inhale forward, reaching, and exhaling back, twisting over side to side, moving with the breath. Should feel really nice in the lower spine, lower back. And exhale back to center. Last side here. And exhaling back. I am covered in wood chips. I don't know if you can see this. This is crazy. Pardon me. That's crazy. All right, we're good. Cross your feet. Where was I? Cross your feet and fold over into a forward fold. Feet nice and wide here. Big bend in the knees. You can bring opposite hand to opposite elbow. And head really heavy here. Nodding yes and no. Maybe swaying our torso side to side. Bring the hands to the ground, up to your hips, and with a flat back, come slowly up to standing. Whew. Train. Yet another distraction. It's all right. Come to step at the front of your mat, feet about hips distance apart, second toes parallel with each other. Shoulders down, away from the ears, shoulder blades come together, reaching your hands down to the sides. Deep inhale here. Energetically with those fingertips towards the ground. And mountain pose, or Tadasana. On your next inhale, reach those hands up to the sky or up to the tree. And on the exhale, fold over your legs. Small bend in the knee. Inhale to a flat back, shoulder blades hug together, and exhale, fold. Inhale, flat back, and exhale, fold. Bring your hands to your hips with a flat back. Come to slowly come up to standing. Bringing the weight into your right leg, begin to step that left foot back behind you, about a leg's length. Hips square toward the front of the mat. Coming up on the ball of that back foot. Watching the alignment of that knee right over top of the ankle. Shoulder blades together. Breathe here. And exhale out. Inhale your arms up to the sky. And exhale, open up those shoulders. Or not the shoulders, open up the elbows into cactus arms. Opening up that chest. And breathing here. Inhale, reach those arms up, straightening that front leg. And exhale, back, bending that knee. Inhale, reaching up. And exhale, bending the elbows, bending the knee. And exhale, all those hands down to the your hips. Rotate that back foot 45 degrees so your toes are face the front of the mat, keeping that knee right where it was. Nice and straight. Inhale your arms out to the side. Arms parallel with the ground. Big truck going by. Distraction. Gaze over your front fingertips. Breathing here in Warrior Two. Flip that front palm. Begin to inhale, reach up your right hand to the sky, leaning back to reverse your warrior. And exhale forward, bring your right elbow to right knee. Sweep your arm down and up, reaching that left arm to the sky. Breathing here in side angle. Inhale, reaching, and exhaling the left hand to your hip, engaging the core, come up to standing, straightening that front leg. And begin to step up to the front of your mat, bringing it to the other side. Careful not to get knocked with this tree. Bring the weight into your left foot and step your right foot back behind you, up onto the ball of your back foot. Shoulder blades hug together, hips square to the front of the mat, watching the alignment of that front knee. Gaze forward, finding your balance, and inhale those arms up to the sky into warrior. Inhale, reach through the fingertips, and exhale, open up into cactus arms, opening up that chest. Breathing here. Inhale, reach the hands up, straighten that front leg, and exhale, bending that front knee, opening up into cactus arms. Inhale, reach up, and exhale, bend. Last one, inhale, reach up. Whoa, find your balance. And exhale, bend. And bring those arms at your sides. Rotate that back foot 45 degrees. Watching that front knee. Inhaling. Inhale those arms out to the side. Breathing here in Warrior Two. Flip that front palm, inhale your arm up to the sky, reversing your warrior. And exhaling, lean forward, bringing your left elbow to left knee, reach your right arm down, forward, and up to the sky, peeling open that right side. Breathing here, in side angle. Feeling that breeze if you have one. I hope you do. Big inhale, reaching, and exhale that hand to the hip, and begin to straighten that front leg, coming back up to center. Rotate those toes towards the long edge of your mat. Toes nice and parallel. Inhale your arms out to the side in star pose. And then swing them back to interlace them behind you. Shoulder blades come together behind you. Breathing here, opening up that chest. Thought I had a bug on me. Inhale, lengthen through the crown of the head. And on the exhale, begin to fold forward, keeping a nice flat back. Hands can stay on your lower back, or you can lift them up off of your back. Do a nice forward fold. Small bend in those knees. Breathing here, keeping that flat back. Careful not to roll forward. Roll forward. That sounds funny. Breathing here. And exhaling, bringing the hands to the lower back, unwinding those hands to your hips, lengthening a lot here, shoulder blades reaching forward as if someone's pulling your head. And on the exhale, let that head hang heavy, hands roll down your legs. Shake the head, yes and no. And breathe here. Bring your hands to your hips. Inhale your flat back forward. This time bend your right knee and lean over towards the right, bringing your hands to frame that right foot, keeping that left foot nice and planted on the earth. Nice flat back here. Breathing, just opening up that inner thigh. Inhale, center with that flat back, and exhale over towards the left, keeping your hands to frame that left foot. Breathe deep here, opening up the right inner thigh. Inhale, center, and exhale over towards the right. Inhale, center, exhale, left. Inhale, center, exhale, right. Inhale, center, exhale, left. Inhale back to center, hands at your hips, nice flat back, small bend in the knees. Slowly come back up to standing. And step those feet together. All right. Doing some balancing now. Channel our inner nature. Bring the weight into your left foot. Hands at your hips. Begin to peel your right ankle up off the ground, rotating that knee open towards the right as far as is comfortable for you. Pressing those toes into the ground, you can stay right here. Breathing, hugging the shoulder blades together. Or you can bring your right foot into your ankle, shin, or all the way up into your thigh. Whatever is good for you today, finding a nice stable point in front of you for balance. Breathing here. And once you feel steady, you can begin to grow your tree branches out to the sides, up to the sky. Shoulder blades hug together, away from the ears. Maybe you wave them around like you're in the breeze. Oh, there we go. Thank you, breeze. And breathing here. Lengthening through that spine, pressing your foot into your leg into your foot. And you may fall, and that's okay. Wherever you are, exhale those hands down, followed by the legs. And bringing it to the other side. Bring the weight into your right foot. Slowly begin to peel your left ankle up off the ground, rotating that left knee out to the side. Pressing your toes into the ground for balance. You can stay here or try where you were on the other side. So ankle, shin, or all the way up into your thigh. But just don't go onto your knee. That's not good for your knees. Pressing the leg into the foot into the leg. Keeping your hips nice and square. Shoulder blades hug behind you. Once you feel stable, grow those tree branches. Inhaling, reaching up. Maybe your gaze comes to the sky or the leaves and the trees. That is such a good rhyme. Second time I've used it. I like it. And breathing. Maybe opening up into cactus arms, also nature. Don't really have branches in the wind, but that's all right. Breathing here. 2 more breaths here. And last inhale, and exhale the hands down, followed by the legs. And just taking a moment, closing your eyes, maybe bring your hands to your belly. Feeling the energy move through your body. Feeling of the strength of tree pose. Channeling your inner tree. To have the strength during the storms. And strength during the heat. Open up your eyes, bring your hands at your sides. Another one from nature that we can learn a lot from is eagle. So, bring the weight into your left foot. Begin to peel that right foot up off the ground, lifting that knee, crossing it over the left. Bring the toes to the ground, bend your left knee so that your legs hug together really energetically here. You can keep your toe planted on the ground, or you can wrap it a second time if that's in your practice. Keeping your hands on your hips for balance. Breathing. Shoulder blades hug together. Inhale your arms out to the side. Wrap your right arm underneath your left. Bring your hands to your shoulders, lifting those elbows up parallel with those shoulders. Breathing here in eagle pose. You can try wrapping those arms around each other, palms together. Keeping those elbows up though. Hands away from your face. Breathing here. And exhale, unwind the hands, followed by the legs. And what can we learn from eagle? Let's see. They're very regal and very strong and brave and majestic. Yeah. So bring it to the other side. Sidetracked. Begin to lift that left foot up and over the right, hugging those legs together, planting the left toes on the ground. Shoulder blades back and down, reaching through the crown of the head. Inhale your arms out to the side. Bring your left arm underneath your right. Hands to your shoulders, keeping those elbows lifted in line with those shoulders. Breathing here, hugging those legs together, or wrapping around a second time. See if I can do it. There we go. And maybe twisting those arms together, palms together. In eagle pose. Breathing here. Last inhale and exhale, unwind those hands, followed by the legs. Give them a little shake. Maybe bring your hand to your belly, closing your eyes, and just noticing how it feels to do both balancing poses. Coming at the front of your mat, step your left foot back behind you, coming back to the whole sole of your foot is on the ground, watching the alignment of those ankles. They should be in one long line. Straightening that front leg. Hands at your hips. Begin to tilt forward as far as you can go from your hips, not your waist, and then come back up to center. So imagine that your torso is in one long line and you're tilting from your hips. Tilt forward and then back up. Tilt forward and then back to center. This time tilt forward as far as you can go. Drop that right arm down, reaching your left arm up to the sky. pressing into that thigh a lot to press open your side, as if you're being pressed between two planes of glass in triangle pose. Breathing here. Inhale, reaching through those fingertips, and exhale, bring the hand to the hip, engaging the core, come up to standing. And just rotating those feet so that your left toes are faced towards the back of your mat, and your right toes are at 45 degrees towards that side. Hands at your hips, small bend in that front leg, nice and straight through the crown of the head. And just begin to tilt as if you're a teapot from the hips forward and back. Tilting forward and then back up. And one side might be a little different than the other. It's completely normal. I think I slept funny last night, so tilt forward as far as you can go from the hips. And drop the left arm down towards the ground on the inner thigh or inner shin. And then inhale your right arm up to the sky. Pressing into that leg to open up a little bit more on this side. Breathing here. In triangle pose. Hi, tree. Big inhale through the fingertips, and exhale the hand to your hip, engage in the core, come back up to center. Rotating those toes towards the long edge of your mat, and then step or hop them together. Coming to the front of your mat once more, inhale your arms up to the sky, and exhale, fold over. Inhale, halfway lift, and exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift, shoulder blades hug together, and exhale, fold, bring the hands to the mat, step back into tabletop. And walk those hands down, knees down, bring your belly to the ground. And just resting here. Noticing any energy moving through your body. And then begin to walk your hands forward so that you're up on your forearms into Sphinx Pose. So hands planted on the ground, shoulder blades hugged together, gaze forward, sinking down into those shoulders to take it out of your lower back. It should be an upper back stretch. Breathing here for a couple breaths. Hi, bee. Little bumblebee. Last inhale, and then exhale, walk those hands down to the ground. Bring your cheek to the mat. And resting here for a couple breaths. And then walking your hands underneath your shoulders, hugging your elbows into your sides, gaze down at your mat or ground. Toes can be pointed behind you. Begin to press your hips into the ground so that it lifts your head up off the ground. And using your back muscles, not necessarily your hands or arms, because you can hover them here. Just strengthening that back, which is also your core. A lot of people only think that your core is your abs. It's the whole thing. So it's very important to strengthen that back. Train. Last inhale and exhale, bring your cheek to the ground. Resting here. You can windshield wiper those legs behind you if you want. And then bring the feet to the ground and begin to press yourself up and back into child's pose. So big toes together, knees nice and wide. And bring your head to the mat or a block or just hover here for a moment. Feeling a nice stretch in the upper back. Begin to walk your hands over towards the right side off of your mat, keeping that left hip right on your feet. You can bring your left hand to your right hand for a little bit more stretch on the left side. Breathing here, just opening up those ribs. Breathing deep here. Last inhale, and exhaling, walking those hands over towards the left side of your mat, or off the left side of your mat. Keeping your right hip planted on your feet. You can bring your right hand on top of your left for a little bit more stretch. Just opening up the rib cage on the right. Breathing nice and deep here. Sending that breath to all the tightness. Last inhale. And exhale, walk those hands back to center. And press yourself up, bringing your knees right underneath your hips, and begin to walk those hands forward. So you're in one long line from your fingertips to your tail in puppy pose. Stretching out that upper back a little bit more. Arms are in line with those ears. Walking the hands back into tabletop and going into pigeon. Now, pigeon is not for people that have any chronic knee, back, or hip issues. So if you do have hip issues or any of those injuries that I mentioned, you can always take figure 4. So that's laying on your back, bringing your knee to your ankle to your knee, keeping whatever foot is on your knee flexed, and then lifting up to stretch out your hip. However, if you are A-okay with injuries, here's pigeon. So in tabletop, wrists right underneath your shoulders. Inhale your right knee to your right wrist. Swing open that right foot to the left as far as you can go until you can feel a stretch in the side of your hip. And then begin to walk that left foot back a lot here, as far down as you can go. And that's about good for me. And check your back foot, make sure it's in line with your mat, and then walk those hands back so they're underneath your shoulders. And pressing yourself up. Shoulder blades hug behind you, hips squared to the front of the room or mat. There's no room. We're in nature, remember? There's no room. Breathing here for probably 2 breaths. Opening up that chest. Last inhale, and as you exhale, walk those hands forward onto the mat. Arms out in front of you. You can bring your head to a block or the ground. And breathing a lot here, sending that breath to any tightness in your hips. Focusing on the inhales and exhales, trying to make them even. Pigeon Pose releases a lot of emotion because we tend to hold all of our emotions in our hips. All the good, all the bad. So it's good to stretch it all out, iron it all out, get it all out. Breathing. Couple more breaths here. Last inhale, and on the exhale, walk those hands up. You can let your hips fall over towards the right, swinging that leg out in front of you. And bringing that right foot on the inner thigh of the left leg, keeping a nice straight back. You can have a small bend in that left knee. Inhale through the crown of the head and begin to walk those fingertips forward. What's important here is to keep your back nice and flat and not to round down. Breathing here. A couple more breaths. Last one here. And exhaling, walking the hands back. Bring that knee into crossing those legs, coming back up into tabletop. Bringing it over towards the left side. So hands underneath your shoulders. Inhale your left knee up to your left wrist. Rotate your left foot out towards the right as far as you can go till you feel a stretch in the left hip. And then begin to walk your right foot back. And checking that that right foot's not flying out to the side. Come down as far as you can go. Wherever that is, begin to walk your hands back underneath your shoulders. And one side is always a little bit different than the other. So just really pay attention to how you're feeling and go wherever is comfortable. If this is always too much for you, take figure 4. And press yourself open, shoulder blades together, breathing here. Into your proud pigeon. Breathing. Couple more breaths here. Last inhale and exhaling, walking those hands forward. Extending your arms out in front of you, bringing your forehead to the mat. And breathing here, focusing on your breath, sending that breath to the tightness in your hips. Making the inhales and exhales the same. A couple more breaths here. Last inhale and exhale, walking those hands up, falling over towards your left, swinging that right foot up, getting any wood chips off of you. I don't know, just me. keeping that left foot nice and straight. You can have a small bend in that knee. Bring your left foot on the inner thigh, staying nice and straight to the crown of the head. And on the exhale, walk those fingertips forward to bend over your leg. Breathing here. Keeping that right foot flexed. Last inhale. And exhaling, walking those hands back. Extending that left foot to meet the right. And preparing for relaxation. So, moving any wood chips you have on your mat. Ha ha. And then scooting yourself down to the ground. You can bring your knees into your chest for a little hug, rocking side to side. And looking up at the trees that may be in where you are, hopefully. Bring your feet to the ground, soles of the feet together, opening up those knees to the side in butterfly pose. Bring your right hand to your belly, left hand to your heart. Settling in. Last inhale. And exhale, bring those legs together like a book. Keep your knees bent and feet apart. In Shavasana, their arms out at your sides, palms up. Or you can extend those legs out on the mat. Whatever is comfortable for you, closing your eyes for relaxation. Shavasana. Listening to the sounds around you. Relaxing your fingertips. Your head heavy. Arms heavy. Legs nice and heavy. Melting into the earth. Bringing awareness back into your body. And deepening the inhale to wake up the inner body. And exhaling it all out. Inhale, reach your arms above your head, stretching everything out as if you just woken up. And on the exhale, bend those knees, bring them into your chest, rocking side to side. And keeping those eyes shut, fall over to one side. And when you're ready, slowly with your eyes closed, bring yourself up to a seated position. And just noticing how you may be feeling now from the beginning of class. Hopefully you feel a little bit more in tune with nature, in tune with yourself. Maybe channeling that inner strength from tree pose, or moving with the breeze, or the breeze of life, just to be a little cheesy. But it's all true. You can learn a lot from nature. Bring your hands together at heart center. Take a deep inhale, pressing those hands together. And exhale it all out through the mouth. The light in me honors and sees the light in you. Namaste. Thank you for being here, and I will see you next time.